Black Cat Crafts, the channel that helps you personalize your Halloween village. Today's project is a dupe of the Foggy Point Department 56 platform, currently selling for $250 on eBay. That's an incredible amount. This is a retired piece, so originally it was over $100. So let's make it ourselves and make it for a lot less. All of my supplies cost me about $30. I started with a large piece of slate found at a pet store. Cost me $2 a pound. And then a corner bowl. This was $24 at my local store. And I bought this online, this Witch Mist lamp. It is a mister that has LED. So I'll put links to all those in the description. So that's all you need are those three little things. Now I'm demonstrating here an optional step. So being a natural product, the slate is a little uneven. As you can see, slate is a layered stone and actually pretty easy to work with. I'm just using a basic hammer and a flathead screwdriver. I'm not even hitting it very hard because you don't need to. This is all about finesse, not strength. So I'm flattening this to make sure this piece, which will be on the bottom of the slate, has a nice even spot to lie on the water bowl. So again, just using a lot of finesse, a little bit of effort to make sure the edges of it are nice and flat. Now what you're not going to see in this video, because it was, how much of this can you watch? Me using a hammer on a stone. I did end up splitting this whole thing in half. So the width was thinner, and I'm using those two pieces as part of this project. But you could use two separate pieces of slate, whatever you're able to find that's acceptable for your project. So that's it. All you need to do now is assemble. Add the water, and this is enough water to cover the mister apparatus. And now let's look at placement. This will also demonstrate the color change of this particular mister, which I absolutely love and is actually something very close to the original Foggy Point platform. So I do have my full lights on right now, so it's a little hard to see some of the colors. So I'm demonstrating by turning off the lights. So the lighter colors in the yellow range are going to be harder to see in regular daylight. But in a darkened room, they look fantastic. So now that we've shown you what the timing of the color change on this particular Mr. LED looks like, let's talk a little bit more about how we might use this piece in an overall Halloween village setup. So to give you an example of how large this piece is, I used one of my ships. I thought it would look really cool with the mist. Again, it just gives you an example of the size. You could use a haunted house above this. Anything that fits the overall theme and design that you are putting together. So this particular piece doesn't have a lot of fog coming out the front. And that's an important thing to note because that is a concern for a lot of my fellow enthusiasts. You don't want water or water droplets, so mist, to get on electrical pieces and pieces with movement. So this particular dupe has the option to encourage mist if you like the look, or to discourage it if you want to protect your investment. So the only time fog is actually going to come out of this piece, as shown just there, is actually if you're using some kind of outside influence. So I do have a fan behind the table that you can't see on this that is pushing very gently. It's not a very fast fan. Pushing the fog forward, causing it to spill out. You could also elevate the back of the piece. That is an experiment I tried, as well as I tried moving the actual physical placement in the water of the mister. And I tried two different things. I tried pushing it forward, and I also tried elevating it on some extra pieces of slate. I'm going to take a sidebar really quick. You can see fingerprints on the slate. It is a natural product, and being of stone, it will be dirty. It'll, has dust. So you want to wash it from time to time. A little different than the original platform, but important to mention nonetheless. Now I am choosing not to attach these pieces to the bowl. So I think it's going to be easier for storage in the off season. You certainly could attach the stone to the bowl if you want a permanent piece. I see no reason not to, but for my personal situation, I can't display my village all year round. I do need something that I can tear down and store. So the choice is yours. So I just lifted the piece, and the mister, as you can see, is now filling the bowl. I'm gonna do spoiler alert, right? It doesn't really change the overall outcome. So that's the most important thing to remember, is that it's going to need an outside influence, whether it's tilting the water dish using some shims in the back, making the front lower than the back of it, or a fan. So if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to share it with friends, hit the like button, and of course subscribe so you can see more ways to personalize your Halloween village, and most of the time do it on a budget. Thanks for watching.